Look at your hand right now. It looks solid, doesn't it? It feels real. But what if I told you that 99.9% of what you are looking at is pure void? Quantum physics suggests something that might just keep you up tonight. Reality, as we can know it, might not even exist when you aren't looking at it. Think about a video game that only renders the scenery directly in front of the player to save processing power. What if our universe works the same way? Today, we go deep down the rabbit hole. Welcome to the quantum world. To truly understand the madness, we need to zoom in. Way in. You probably learned in school that an atom is a dense nucleus with tiny electrons spinning around it, like miniature planets orbiting a sun, right? Well, forget that. That picture is a lie. A convenient simplification, we tell children. The reality is so much stranger and emptier. If the nucleus of a single atom were a marble placed in the center of a massive football stadium, the electrons would be like tiny pinheads flying around in the highest seats of the stands. And the rest, all that space in between, etc., empty, utterly empty. This means you, me, the chair you're sitting on, and the screen you're watching this on. We are all made of almost nothing. We are ghostly collections of vibrating energy fields, held together by forces we barely comprehend. Our perception of solidity is a grand illusion, a trick played by our senses. But it gets worse. Or better, depending on how you look at it. In this tiny, subatomic world, the familiar laws of physics completely break down. This is a realm where our everyday logic dies a spectacular death. A single particle can be in 2, 10, or 1,000 places all at once. It can seemingly travel backward in time. It can tunnel through solid barriers as if they weren't even there. It's a chaotic, probabilistic dance that defies our most fundamental understanding of cause and effect. Let's talk about the one experiment that famously confused even the great Albert Einstein. It's called the Double Slit Experiment, and it's the cornerstone of quantum weirdness. Imagine you're throwing tennis balls at a wall that has 2 vertical slits in it. Some balls will go through the left slit, some through the right. On the back wall behind the slits, you'd expect to find 2 distinct bands where the balls have hit. Simple, obvious, and perfectly logical. But when scientists decided to fire tiny particles like electrons, one by one, at the same 2 slits, something impossible happened. The electrons didn't create 2 bands on the back wall. Instead, they created something called an interference pattern. This is a pattern of many bands, which is what you'd see if waves, like ripples in water, were passing through the slits and interfering with each other. This result implies that each individual electron somehow went through the left slit, the right slit, both slits, and neither slit. All at the exact same time. It behaved not like a particle, but like a wave of possibilities. And here is the truly scary part, the part that blurs the line between science and science fiction. The physicists, baffled by this, decided to place a detector, a sort of microscopic camera, at the slits, to observe which one the electron actually went through. As soon as they started watching, the weirdness stopped. The interference pattern vanished. The electrons began acting like normal, boring tennis balls again, creating just 2 simple bands on the back wall. The mere act of observing, of measuring, forced the particle to choose a state. It collapsed the wave of possibilities into a single, concrete reality. Does that remind you of the video game I mentioned earlier? A world that only materializes when a conscious observer is looking at it. If your brain hurts right now, come and glitch down below and make sure you subscribe. Because the next concept we're diving into completely demolishes our idea of distance. It proves that separation might be just another illusion. It's called quantum entanglement. Imagine you have 2 special coins, linked at a quantum level. You spin one of these coins here on Earth, and it lands on heads. At the very same instant, the other coin, which could be in your pocket or in a galaxy billions of light years away, will instantly land on tails. Always. Instantly. Einstein himself was deeply disturbed by this. He famously called it spooky action at a distance. These two particles are somehow communicating with each other faster than the speed of light, which, according to his own theories, should be impossible. It's as if the space between them doesn't exist at all. This incredible phenomenon suggests that, at a fundamental, hidden level, everything in the universe might be profoundly and intimately connected. Me, you, the device you're watching this on, and a star that died 1 billion years ago. We might all be threads in the same cosmic fabric. So, where does all this mind-bending weirdness lead us? To perhaps the most fascinating and humbling theory of all. The many worlds interpretation. You've probably heard of Schrödinger's cat, right? The thought experiment where a cat is in a sealed box with a vial of poison that might be released by a random quantum event. Until you open the box, the cat is considered to be in a state of superposition. It is both alive and dead at the same time. Well, the many worlds theory says that when you open the box, the cat doesn't simply choose to be alive or dead. Instead, the entire universe splits in two. In one universe, you open the box and find a living cat. In a parallel brand new universe that branches off at that exact moment, you open the box and find a dead cat. And this doesn't just happen with cats and boxers. It happens with every single quantum event. Every single moment of choice, no matter how small. With every decision you make, every path you take or don't take, reality branches off. This means that right now, there are infinite versions of you out there, living out every single possible life. There's a version of you that became an astronaut, a version that never left your hometown, a version that chose a different partner, an infinite tapestry of alternate realities, all equally real. Ultimately, quantum physics doesn't give us comforting, solid answers. Instead, it tears down our certainty and shows us that reality is far stranger, more mysterious, and more magical than we could ever possibly imagine. It forces us to question everything we thought we knew about existence, consciousness, and our place in the cosmos. Maybe we are not just living in the universe. Maybe we are the universe, a way for the cosmos to experience and try to understand itself. So what do you think? Are we living in some kind of incredibly advanced simulation? Is reality only real when we look at it? Or is it all just beautiful, magnificent chaos? Leave your own theory in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.